Hi, welcome to MC University On Demand. My name's Eric, I'm one of the design engineers here at Mathews, and today we'll take a look at alarm set points and operational set points on a TruDry machine with Pinnacle Lite. We'll look at each of the different set points and discuss where to find and adjust these values. Let's get started. Alarm set points and operational set points provide the user with a framework with which they can control and constrain the operation of the dryer. Operational set points are used to give the dryer targets to operate within, while alarm set points have the ability to alert the user under a warning condition. Each of these set points can be found in their respective subchapters within the settings chapter, and the most common set points can also be found in the user guide. In this video, we'll explore the user guide and we'll explain each of the common set points found there. All of the information found in the user guide can also be found in various other places, but these settings have been consolidated to create a short checklist of important information. It's a good idea to run through the user guide at the beginning of each drying season to ensure that the dryer is set properly. Doing so will help prevent nuisance shutdowns and will improve the performance of the dryer. On the first page of the guide, we see a field for grain type. There are preset parameters for each of the different grains, so it's important to make sure that the correct grain is selected. Once the correct grain is selected, press the Next button to continue. Now we have the low and high discharge moisture alarms. These alarms allow the user to enter an acceptable range for the moisture content of the grain leaving the dryer. If the grain leaving the dryer goes outside of this range, a yellow warning alarm will appear to notify the user. On page 3, there's a summary of all active plenums. On a multiple burner dryer, each plenum has its own temperature set point. The control valve on each manifold will adjust the gas flow to maintain these temperatures. Make sure that all of these values are set appropriately. Next, we have the mid-grain set point. This set point is the desired average grain temperature at the mid-grain temperature probes. These probes are located near the midway point down the heat section, approximately in the middle of the grain column. While discharging in TruDry mode, the dryer will attempt to maintain this average mid-grain temperature by automatically adjusting the discharge speed. If you're discharging in manual mode, this value is used only for alarm purposes. Here we see two alarm settings related to the mid-grain set point. First, we have the mid-grain band. This is the maximum amount that the actual mid-grain temperature can deviate from the mid-grain set point. The mid-grain band warning alarm will activate if the actual mid-grain temperature is below this band for more than 30 seconds while discharging in TruDry, or if the actual mid-grain temperature is above this band for more than 30 seconds regardless of discharge status. Also on this screen is the mid-grain band delay. This allows the user to decide how long the mid-grain band warning alarm must be active before the dryer is shut down. Next, we have the min and max discharge speed set points. These allow the user to create a range that the dryer must operate within. While the dryer is discharging in TruDry mode, it'll be able to freely change the discharge speed so long as it stays within these values. It's a good idea to know the capacity of your takeaway equipment so that you can set the maximum discharge speed. A common mistake is to over-constrain the dryer using these values. The minimum and maximum discharge speeds are a useful tool, but they should only be used if there's a reason to do so in a given situation. If the reason for constraining the dryer has passed, it's important to remember to loosen these constraints so that the dryer can operate unrestricted. When you reach the final page of the guide, you'll be prompted to save all of the changes that have been made. You can now exit the user guide. During the drying season, you may want to adjust some of these set points without going through the whole guide. These set points can be found in the Settings chapter under Alarm Set Points and Operational Set Points. For instance, if I wanted to change my discharge moisture low warning alarm, I would go to the Settings chapter, tap on Alarm Set Points, and tap the white box next to Discharge Moisture Low. In the same manner, if I wanted to adjust my maximum discharge speed, I'd go to the Settings chapter, tap on Operational Set Points, and tap the white box next to Max Discharge Speed. You should now have an understanding of the TruDry Pinnacle Lite set points. That's it for this video. Today, we've talked about alarm set points and operational set points on a TruDry machine with Pinnacle Lite. If you have any questions or comments or ideas for a future video, you can email us at media@mathewscompany.com. As always, thanks for watching.